Welcome, everybody, to the Divorce GPS. And I'm so thrilled to have with me today Benjamin Kingston, who specializes in working with men after marriage. Welcome, Benjamin, to the call.
Mimi, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited about Divorce GPS, the platform, and what we're doing here to help people through divorce.
My pleasure to have you. Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about how you got onto this road of helping people with divorce, specifically men?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Mimi. So 6 years ago, I went through a divorce myself, and it was a life-changing experience. I was shocked and awed, you could say at least. And that all came from a lot of changes that needed to happen in my life that I didn't see at the time. And at the time, divorce was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. It turns out today, I see it as the greatest. And how that started, well, that's a long story. But to make it short, I got into the hiking space because 3 weeks after helping my ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife out of the house and move her into an apartment, the house was empty. I was in a bad space, Mimi. I was numbing the pain with different vices. I was so unhappy. And I really thought life was over. I thought I'd never be loved again. I thought that I had completely messed up. And I did on some state. I'll take ownership of that. But 3 weeks in, I did this hike, an epic hike up Half Mount Dome here in Yosemite. And it was absolutely incredible. It's a 16-mile hike. I was told I couldn't do it in a day. I had a day off, got up early, drove to Yosemite about 3, 4 hours away, did this 16-mile hike, 5,300 feet of elevation, and it changed my life, Mimi. And
Wow.
so from there, those reflections on that journey, going from being in a really hard space of not loving myself and taking care of myself to this journey of exploration is really what the hiking challenge, the 100-day hiking challenge is all about and where it started.
Wow, that's awesome. So, what are a couple of the things that you learned? I was going to say that you're going to share about in the summit, but how's about you share a couple here and then give us a taste of what's coming up in the summit?
Yeah, I think some big ones are ownership right out the gate. Initially I was blaming the divorce on everyone else except me. I wasn't taking full responsibility. I saw that I was a portion of it, but I didn't really take that full ownership. So ownership is something that I teach in my work and something that has really helped men in their recovery process, right? You could say extreme ownership in the sense of that I took responsibility for everything. Now, that's not necessarily the truth in the case because it always takes two to tango, Mimi. You know
Right.
that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But ownership in the sense of what I can control and learning about what I could control and what I had influence on, and then what everything else that was out there that was out of that. Learning ownership and learning about what my circles of control and influence really were impactful for me. Another one was self-love. We grow up in a society that really focuses on lack and scarcity mindset.
So true.
And in my journey, about 5 years of 4 to 5 years of therapy, I learned how to have positive self-talk and self-love, right? And what that was really about. And for a man, that's pretty hokey to say. For a man that likes to wear plaid shirts and be in the woods and go on hikes and do manly things, self-love is something that, well, you don't really hear other men talking about, but I do. And I see that there's a powerful resource that we have that lies inside of us, and it starts with this self-talk. So the three things that I would say that are really important and some of the important work that we do are making sure that we bring awareness into the picture, right?
Right.
Extreme ownership, right? By taking responsibility for what we can control and what we have influence on. And then lastly, I would say I completely forgot that thought, but maybe you can help me out here.
I forgot it too, but don't worry. People can go back and look and see what it is.
That's right.
Why don't you say a couple of things about what we can look forward to in the summit?
Yeah, in the summit, we can look forward to just an encompassing position of what Men After Marriage does, right? And so that's helping men with the pain and loss and divorce one step at a time. We do that by getting outside, moving our bodies, and exercising our minds. And so you can follow along on my YouTube, Men After Marriage. You can join us at the 100-Day Hiking Challenge, which is the 100dayhikingchallenge.com. And we're soon going to roll out at the conference the 7-day micro challenge. It's the greatest opportunity in your life. Divorce is the worst thing and the absolute best thing that can ever happen to you. The choice is yours.
Yeah, so true. And what I love about what you do, Benjamin, is that when you move, right, which is what hiking is all about, is you release the emotions from your body because we carry emotion in our body, right? So we get to release the emotions, and being inside of nature gives us a whole different space to be in. So I just want to end off by acknowledging you and thank you for what you provide to men. It'll be cool when you provide it to women, but I know there's a lot of people that do provided stuff to women, and the fact that you provided for men who are very often overlooked these days is really a difference maker out there. So thank you for what you provide, and I look forward to your session at the summit.
Yeah, thank you, Mimi. Really appreciate your time and what you're doing. It's incredible work. So thank you again.
You're welcome.